Welcome back, my friends. In our first video we made a human base with a pretty little landscape, and in the second video we made an undead base with every single building available. And today we do both, but we're working with the big guys now.
We're starting the campaign by choosing the scenery we want to craft and the models we want to design.
Holy sh**, that didn't go as planned. Hellscream is missing too. Man, at least I got my subscribe paper. Well, I guess we're making them all anyway with Fusion 360.
So what else do we need? How about a shipwreck? A variety of crates, swimming plunder, murloc huts, and some plants. I just love the old art style. I mean, who doesn't? You're watching this right now because it especially appeals to
big, hairy, sweaty men.
Now I feel personally attacked.
Next step, let's print all of these. Oh god, and then I have to paint all of them. But I'm not done yet. Shout out to Sculptooner from my mini factory for all of these wonderful tree models. Now back to the workshop to get some wood and XPS foam. Whoa, that was close. Then I added some PVA glue, put those together, and these bad boys will push some real force into it. Don't you think, Jordi?
Come on, that needs some real weight, Sergey.
Fine. Now that will do. And while it dries, we go back to the hobby room and start priming all these little miniatures with a variety of primers. The main reason is just to cut some time for painting later. Then I adjusted my hot wire to cut our little base in some better shape. While I will be cutting the stones, gold mine and rock formations into the express foam, which to be honest you have seen twice by now, David, who was part of the original Warcraft 3 development team, is a guest in my video. So let's go!
Thromka, MiniQuest 64. You have bestowed upon me a quest to discuss the ancient lands of Kalimdor and the Orc campaign. So, I went to Samwise Didier, the masterful concept artist behind the very foundation of Warcraft style. And he retired from Blizzard. So then I went to Chris Metzen, the very voice of Thrall, and the author of the WarCraft universe as we know it. And he was busy. So it's just me, but I hope that's okay. Alright, let's calm it down.
Why didn't we get a classic Orc campaign in the Frozen Throne expansion?
It was the belief of the development team that there would be no time for an Orc campaign in the 9-month development cycle of the Frozen Throne. So it was already cut from the game when production began. But Tim refused to let the Orcs go down without a say in their own destiny. Thus, the Founding of Durotar campaign was founded.
Real talk, last Orc mission, saving Grom. Did the demons fall down randomly?
With seemingly randomized demons falling from the sky and wrecking your stuff. They weren't random though. I absolutely made sure they were falling somewhere important or on screen whenever possible, because I am evil.
Where the hell is Warcraft 4?
Where is Warcraft 4? Now, were I to make Warcraft 4, I would position it as a prequel to Warcraft 3, where we can see all the divisions between the factions of the Alliance and the Horde come to light, the breakdowns of their communication. But alas, that will never be, because Warcraft is an RTS, and the RTS genre does not make as much money as a Sparkle Pony mount in World of Warcraft. But as we settle with these uncomfortable truths, know one thing. The ability to create that was inspired by Warcraft 3's editor is not gone or forgotten. There are those who remember the wealth of ideas that can be created by putting powerful tools in young hands, as personified in the builds of MiniQuest 64. Loktar Ogar, my fellow creators.
Thank you, David, that means a lot. In the next step, I glued down all the little rocks and started to craft some texture onto our desert. This bad boy can be applied in thick layers, and with the help of a hairdryer we can open now some big cracks. Then I used some cheap acrylic paints to create my own color, which I will call Warcraft 3 Reforge. It took me 6 layers to get an even base coat, man. 6 times I had to paint this goddamn whole thing. And then I used a reddish brown and a light brown, put them both onto the base and mix them while they are still wet. Check out the video from Quarter Paint if you want to learn more about these basing techniques. Did you know that almost all of my watch time comes from Warcraft 3 Reforged fans, which seems to be also the people who didn't subscribe to the channel? Are you a Warcraft 3 Reforged fan? I proceeded with a classic grey tone for the gold mine, painted the edges of our base black, and then I used a variety of pigment colors which were dry brushed onto the base to get that crispy desert sand look, which we know so well from the Barrens. As a final step, I fixed these with some airbrush thinner to prevent them from reacting with our epoxy later on. Next step, painting all the trees with the color schemes we know from the game. And I got a little help doing that. My wife sat down with me and painted all of these trees. Shout out to my new Patreons, Jacob, Dio, Tope, Ferd, Zom, Raphael, Mevamax, Bradley, Mel, Gabriella, Greg and all the other active members. Now, show me what you got. I am the luckiest man alive. Now, let me finish the other scenery real quick. here we are with another round of PVA glue and it just won't stop. I put down all our little terrain pieces. I also poked in some holes and added some water plants, as well as a couple of bushes and grass tufts. Now let's craft a mold and pour in the resin. This is it, guys, the final moment has come. Epoxy resin is either an absolute pain in the ass or it's just flawlessly perfect. I can't wait to see what this will be. So my wife took care of this little leak while I was at work, and thanks to her engineering skills, everything went fine. In the next step, I will use a variety of materials to craft some waves.
So we got a little problem here, and that's time. If I were to paint all of the buildings I sculpted, I won't make the video ready till Christmas, probably. So I guess I just try to paint as many as possible
And see where this goes. Thanks, buddy.
It's been a while since I used Blender the last time, so I figured maybe we do like 3 miniatures with different levels of complexity.
The barren, dusty plains, and you could have a pig as well. You know, the witty pig.
The storm is coming. My old bones ache. I am the war chief. minds are restless.
We are very close now to a finished base. Only thing left to do is a black frame. So I just did that. Primed in black, put our diorama into the base and added a metal plate, the invasion of Kalimdor. Get some pigments on there and let's build the base by professionals.
Work, work. Okie dokie. Ready to work. I'll try. I can do that. For the Horde! For honor! I can wait no longer. Surprise, mother.
Yeah, you guessed it, I also made Grom Hellscream. How couldn't I? He's the best of them all.
War Chief.
And now, tell me,
Which heroes would you like to see in the next video? And when will it come out?
8 months?
That's a realistic timeline.
11 months.
I could see that as a very real possibility.
Okay.
I'm dead.
You're gonna have to look these, man.
Good. I'd love to see that.
I am evil.
Habe ich ihn denn nie drin? Nein.